Next is to launch Adobe Premiere. We're going to click on New Project. For the project name, we're going to use today's date. So whatever today is, put that date down. So in my case, it's 07/13/24 underscore your last name, your first name, underscore. Let's just call this audio sync. Now, don't forget, for the project location, we have to save our Adobe Premiere file in the correct folder. So let's go to choose location. Let's go to the desktop, double click video productions, double click my projects, and double click music video. Was it even real? Press select or choose on the bottom right. And now you can press create. So now we're inside of Adobe Premiere. We created our file. We are going to be editing the music video. So let's go ahead and change our workspace to editing. So let's go to Window, Workspace, Editing. So go back to Window, go to Workspace, and reset to saved layout. And this is going to make it fresh to its default. So we need to import our assets, right? And I already have all the assets already done for you guys. We're going to select the 3 folders and we're just going to drag them all 3 into our project window. The next step is to color code our asset, and it's just going to be easier for us to edit and to stay organized. So I'm going to make this window full screen, and you can double click the project name right here to make it full screen. Let's go ahead and expand all of your assets here. For the audio and music, you can select that and you can right click or control click. And if you go to label, you can pick any color that you want. I'm going to pick Caribbean. Now for my sound effect, and I'm going to pick a different color. I'm going to try purple. And what I'm going to do for my footage is for each camera shot type, I'm going to pick a different color. And this is going to help me when I edit. So for train track number 2, I'm going to select the bin and the file, control click on it, go to label, and I'm going to go tan. For the train track number 1, select it, and let's pick a different color. You can pick whatever color you want. I'm going to go mango. And then for the light bulb scene, I'm going to pick maybe violet. So I have different colors for each camera shot type, and this is just going to make my life easier when I edit. So the next step is to create a multi-camera source sequence. We're going to sync up all the audio and all the footage together so that everything matches. This is automated. It's like using artificial intelligence. It's like using AI to do this. We don't have to do this on our own. So we are going to select all the files that we want to sync. So I'm going to pick the light bulb scene. And if you press Control and click on the other tracks, you should be able to select multiple tracks just like this. So I have the light bulb scene selected. I got the train track number 1 scene selected. I'm going to press Control and click. And now I just selected the train track number 2 scene. And I'm not going to select the sound effects because this isn't synced. You know, this is a sound effect of people walking. That's not going to match my music. So the last file that I want to select is the music. It's really important that you select the music. So I'm going to press Control and click to select the music. So you should have 4 files selected. Do not select the sound effect file. So if you right click on any of these files or control click, if you right click, this window is going to pop up and we are going to select create multi-camera source sequence. It's right here. So you're going to click on that one time. For the video clip name, you can keep it multicam. Make sure that you have audio track channel 1 selected. Last, just press OK. And what Adobe Premiere just did was it created its own sequence of all of the footage synced with the music. So this is going to be it right here. But we're going to take this a step further. We're going to go ahead and control click on it. And we are going to select Open in Timeline. So here is our music video. And as you can see, it's all synced up together. It's all color coded. we have our different layers. We have our camera shot 1, camera shot 2, and camera shot number 3. So let's go ahead and play this. Look what Adobe Premiere did for me. Because it synced all my audio, it matched it with all of my footage. It went ahead and muted my other tracks and it picked the best audio. So the audio that it picked was the actual MP3 file of the song, which is the green one here. And it muted the audio that's linked to the footage. The next step we're going to do is we are going to create a brand new sequence file. So let's go ahead and do that next. So in your project window, click on the new bin icon and we're going to call it a sequence. And there's our sequence. We're going to go ahead and double click the sequence. And we're going to click on the new item icon on the bottom right. We're going to select sequence and we're going to select HD 1080 23.976. For the sequence name, we're going to copy the same name that we used to name the Adobe Premiere file. So the date for me is 07/13/24. Your date's going to be different depending on when you're creating this. You're going to put your last name and your first name, all one word, underscore, audio, sync. So you have your date, underscore, your last name, your first name, underscore, audio sync, and press OK. So this is our brand new sequence that we just created. Notice here how we have our multi-camera sequence here, and then we have our brand new sequence here. So let's go to our multi-cam sequence. I'm going to press Ctrl and A to select all of my clips, and I'm going to press Ctrl C to copy my timeline. Then I'm going to go to my brand new sequence. I'm going to make sure that I'm right at the beginning of my sequence, which I am. Make sure that you're at 0000. Make sure that you have the timeline selected. Click on it one time. Then press Ctrl V to paste your footage and your audio. So with my timeline, I did have all these muted on the bottom, but I actually don't need them no more. We're going to lock the top 4 layers. So V3, lock it. So press the lock here so that we can't select it. It's locked. We're going to lock V2. We're going to lock V1. And we're going to lock A1. You should be locking your MP3 file. So you may want to make sure that Adobe Premiere kept your MP3 file because we are going to throw away the audio to the videos. This is what audio to the videos sound like. I'm going to mute these 2 tracks and I'm just going to play this. Hold on, I gotta mute this one. Now we can play it. So it's synced, right? And that's good news. But what Adobe Premiere did was it synced up all our audio and everything matches with our footage. We don't need the audio from the footage. So we locked up the 4 different layers, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the video audio files, we're gonna go ahead and delete those. So all you got to do is where it says A2 for audio 2, go to this empty space here, right click and go to delete track. And we just deleted that audio track. Really important that you lock these layers up here because if you don't lock them, then you're going to delete your footage and you don't want to delete your footage. You only want to delete the audio files that are linked to the footage. So now I'm going to delete this one here. Delete track, and last we're going to delete the bottom track. Now we can go ahead and unlock all our files. All right, so we have our 3 camera shot types and we have our original music MP3 file. I can play this. All right, it looks like it's synced. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to render this so that this is all green. So let's go to sequence, render in to out.